What's up, guys? So I got the stuff loaded up and I'm headed up north right now. We're gonna go fish behind the governor's mansion in Anigua. Everywhere down south is completely washed out. The rain's kind of messed it up, and the swells picked up a little bit down there. I'm not sure what's going on. I didn't think there was any type of storms around, but it's just a little choppy. So it's probably, if it's choppy down here, it's probably choppy up there, but the water tends to be a little bit clearer behind the mansion. So we're gonna go find out. So I'm heading out today with somebody I've known for a while, but I haven't had the chance to dive with. We just haven't been able to make schedules match up. Slick Rick, baby, or Ricky Camp. If any of you guys know him, he's a Guam-based professional mixed martial artist. So oh yeah, baby, looks nice out here today. Got a beach rooster. Definitely have a beach rooster. All right, I'm gonna suit up, wait on my dive buddy to get here. First drop of the day, shooting on down to about 55 feet. And when I get down here, what do you know, man? Nobody's home. Check that out. Just nothingness. Beautiful reef structure everywhere and zero fish. And that is this place in a nutshell for you, man. I've come out here and barely been able to see the reef. There's so much fish, and then I come out here sometimes and it's exactly like this. And you kind of just got to move around and keep switching spots until you figure out where they're at. But this is the warm-up drop, so even though nobody's home, I'm going to stick around for a minute, try to get the lungs warmed up, and then I head back up and grab some air. Since nobody's home around 55 feet, I figure, you know what? I want to move out to 65 feet. See if somebody's down there. But it's the same thing. Nobody home. But it is super pretty, so I'm going to sit down here and just take in the settings. All this beautiful coral structure and all these fish just swimming around. None of them shooting size, though. I even go as far as to beat on that coral head in front of me to see if something shows up, but it never does. So I head back up and get ready for the next dive. And since nothing is home at 65 feet, I'm going to head down to 75 feet. And check it out, dude. Nothing home here either. Just bare emptiness. Man, it gets really frustrating sometimes when you head to these spots and you see all this beautiful structure and you know, stuff where you think fish will be hiding, and then there's just no fish, and that, you know, that happens a lot. And I try not to let it discourage me. It's just how this is. Fish generally travel in pockets. They set in pockets, and you just got to figure out where they're at on the reef that day, or at least that's how it is here in Guam. There are fish here. You just have to go out and search for them. I move on down the reef one more time and give another drop, and I think I'm around 75 feet right here, and nobody home. Looking all around, but nothing at all. Eventually, I do make it to the area where there is some fish, which is this little ledge right here. And this ledge sits about 87 feet. And in this area, I'm starting to see a little bit more fish action. So I think we moved into the pocket of fish today, and I'm kind of hoping this is where they're at. And there are some pretty good-sized parrotfish that are swimming around off in the distance. They don't seem too interested in what I'm doing though, so I'm just kind of hanging out, scratching, seeing if I can coax one of them in. And this guy does get close, and I think I might have a shot on him, but I overshoot him, and check that out. He just runs right under the rock. And all that diving and all that work for me to just whiff a shot. But lucky for me, I have a short memory. So I go up, get a breath, and I bust it right back on down to 86 feet to see if I can coax one of these guys in. And this looks like a comfy little spot. You can see the sand pit down there. I think that sand pit probably sits around 110, maybe 115. And there are all kinds of snapper hanging out to actually right in front of me. You can see some pretty good sized tagafis, a couple of midnight snapper, and a few other fish. There's some parrotfish swinging around in there. But these guys are on to me. They know what's up, and they're not going to give me a chance. So I cut my losses and head back up. But I am persistent, and I do know that if I fish this ledge long enough and I make enough commotion, that eventually something will show up here. So I get a good breathe up, and then I head right back down to 85, 86 feet. And all those snapper are still hanging out there. They haven't ran off. I don't think I've scared them away yet. So I land right here on top of this ledge. I'm looking around. And I look up and I'm like, oh man, what is that? So I throw up a little dust, throw some grunts in, and this guy just comes straight in right for me. And bam. I thought I had a stone shot, but I didn't. It went through his head, but it missed his brain, and he just started spooling my reel. And eventually my reel line gets kind of caught up, and it's not coming out anymore. So I'm having to drag this guy up with me. And I haven't been down too long, so I'm not completely out of breath. But he's putting up a pretty good fight. He took probably 80 feet worth of line out, so I know this is just going to be a tangled mess, so I just let my gun go and I just start fooling with this fish. these mimulan, when I get them close to me, I like to bring them in and instantly bear hug them, or they will tail whip you and it hurts.
Dude, that's a big fucker, dude.
And this is perfect eating size for mimulan too. Right around 20 pounds. That's when they actually taste their best. They don't get too dry. They're not too oily.
Hey, brother.
And they're just all around great to eat at this size.
Yeah.
They're great to eat any way you cook them at this size also. I'm trying to get my hands through this guy's gills, but he's not letting me, dude. He is super strong. I just need to get a positive control of him. That way I can brain him. And there you go. Once you see his mouth open, you know he's been brained. We give a little watch flash, just for the depth this guy was shot at. And then on the stringer he goes. And check out Ricky here. I was moving over towards him, but he had already got down and he shot this massive yellow band parrotfish. And it's a pretty big one too. So I go and get a money shot of it, and he throws me the shocker, and we head back in towards the reef a little more. And just look how crystal clear it is in here today. I did not expect this part of Asincut to actually be this clear, but it is. And Ricky had spotted these this snapper and sweet lips that were kind of hanging out down here. And I went down and tried to get these guys. I thought I may have a shot at them, but they just kept running back in this cave. And this sweet lips would come out and poke his head out, and then come back in. And I keep turning around because I'm like, oh man, I hope a jack don't sneak up behind me. I see this fish poke his head out again and then run back in. And then when I turn around, it's already too late. I'm paying a little bit too much attention to that crack, and there we go. Big jack, dude. Snuck right up on me every time, never fails. So I just go ahead and head up and get some air and just be frustrated.
That fucking sucked. It's coming out of the hole down here and just looking at me. Yeah, it's down there.
And Ricky takes off because he's going to go down there and see if he can't give a shot. But these two fish have really holed up, and they're not coming back out for anybody. So it was kind of all for nothing. I wasted our chance on it.
You see it? Huh? It's one big hole. He comes out of different ones each time.
We're pretty much done diving here. The dive is over and we're on our way back in. But I just see something so awesome that I couldn't move. I couldn't move on. I had to stop and take a drop to share it, which is this giant wall of hanging and tataga that are playing around. These are all juvenile or baby hanging and baby tataga that are in this giant school, along with a bunch of baby parrotfish that are schooled up. And it's just a really good sign to see schools like these of fish that are hanging out up on the reef. I don't usually see them this large, but the fact that they're here and and thriving like this is really a good sign to me. So I just wanted to stop and take it in and enjoy it and share it on YouTube. So and look at all this beautiful structure that is Asin Cut. And on the way out, I found a taco to tickle. And I go ahead and give this guy a few little pokes in his hole until he decides to come out. I'm not hurting him, I'm just gently poking him and making him decide to come out. And I'm not going to eat this guy, he's real little, but I did want to mess with him and play with him for a minute. Octopus are pretty cool creatures, and they can be playful if you let them. And he keeps trying to latch onto my gun. I'm like, dude, just set on my hand. Blowing ink everywhere. But like I said, this guy's too small. I'm not going to take him and eat him. If he was a lot bigger, I maybe would, but I'm just being gentle with him. And eventually I do let him go.
Not this small, I'm gonna let him go. He's cool though. He's playing with me.
Yeah, don't
Right over there. Oh yeah, that was a good dive, dude. It was pretty fun. It's nice to know my sinuses aren't completely jacked up. I was able to hit like 4 or 5 95 footers, so that was pretty good. But man, it's been forever trying to recover from that sinus shit. It just really sucked. But I got a mimulan, and I got a person that I promised a mimulan to. So we're gonna deliver that mimulan right now. When I first moved into the village down here, the first person that I really started talking to and getting to know was Edwin. And Edwin, if any of you guys travel down south and you stop at the fort up on the hill in Pneumatic, you'll know Edwin from the coconut stand up there. And he's not up there all the time. You probably met a couple of the guys that help him out there, but Edwin's the older guy, never wears a shirt, that runs the stand. And when I first moved in, that was the first person that I really started talking to. He was across the street fishing, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go check this guy out, see if I can get some fishing secrets from him. I started chatting him up, and he started giving me a lot of information about tides and the moon cycles and what fish are where and the names, and never asked any questions, just nice as could be. So I think the world of Edwin, and every time I stop by, he always gives me some coconut candy to give to my daughter, and coconut drinks, or hey Dave, take a beer. And that's where we're going to ride now. Got the Taurus taking IG shots in the bay. yeah, I see him. Hey, Ed.
Hey.
I got a present for you.
Oh shit. Yeah? Thank you, man.
Yeah, man.
That's a underwater camera? Yeah.
Thank you, my dear. Sir.
Appreciate it. Wait.
Happy birthday, dude. Yeah.
Happy birthday. Thank you, man.
All right, guys. Hit that like and subscribe button.